Oh, man, I hate Mondays.
Nah, man, it's Tuesday.
Wait. What day is it?
You know what day it is. Tuesday. Brewsday Tuesday.
Oh, fuck yeah! It's time for Brewsday Tuesday, powered by the Fatback Soul Shack in Christiansburg. Here is DreZ and Huck.
Oh, yeah, we got it all over the place.
Yeah, I'm wearing this one.
It is Brewsday Tuesday, and it is powered by the Fatback Soul Shack. I'm going to go ahead and pour some of this brewski right here in my Fatback Soul Shack glass. And what's cool is that it's another Studio B, Huck, and it's another crowler that I'm pouring out
These
of.
are like giant cans of beer.
Man-sized
In
cans
Studio
of beer.
B. Studio B. And the voice you hear is Adam from
Yes.
Damascus Brewery.
Without further ado, let's introduce the man himself, Adam of Damascus, who is the head brewer, who is the founder, who is the accountant, who is the bar manager, who is the bartender, who is the
bar wench,
the
too?
janitor. He is the bar wench. Is there anything you don't do at Damascus?
I wear so many hats that I'm not bald, but, wearing it down.
There you go.
Seriously, man, I was, I've bumped into you at many a brew dues and stuff, and you've told me that you run the whole show. And it wasn't until a couple of weeks ago when I went down there, and sure enough, there you were behind the bar, just pouring beer, and like with your beer being so good, I guess I shouldn't have been surprised that it was such a small operation, because that's what it is. That's what keeps the quality great, is that you're so hands on, right?
Oh, yeah, you got to be in the trenches with it, to really see what's going on the front.
Yeah. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about what beers we all poured. Now, we got 3 different beers, and we all poured something different. We all popped open a crowler. Mine is the blend, which is, you said it's just kind of a concoction that you came up with.
Yeah, this is something we've been doing in the tasting room. We make a hard cider. We call it the Woodson cider. It's really good. And we all use Damascus locally grown apples that we just, put on Facebook. If you've got a tree in your yard, we'll come by and get the apples, So we're doing our community service of getting apples out of people's yards and making awesome beer with it.
Yeah, so is this, I can taste the hint of the apple. It also has kind of a sour note to it, too, as well.
Yeah, so the blend part is where we've done a half-and-half blend of that with our honey mango shandy. Now, the shandy is awesome on its own. It's a non-bacterial sour-style beer, and it's a wonderful beer on its own, but I just wanted to see what it would be like.
The Radler, as you call it, the Radler. I guess a Radler and a Shandy is one of the same.
They're about the same, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it. Was it you that told me the story of how Radlers came to be? Like the whole the bikes. Tell that real quick, because that was a cool story.
Yeah. So how did it go?
I think we did that on the day we did the Radler show.
Was it you that told me the story?
Yeah, I think I was the one who told you.
Then what's the story?
A guy in Germany had the place.
The party.
And he had a bike party, and everybody showed up. 10,000 people showed up. And so he had to mix up some beer with some lemonade in order to stretch it out.
To make it go further.
And everybody liked it, so he kept doing it. And then everybody does it now.
And the rest is history.
The rest is history.
Yes.
So I'm drinking a Beaver Rage IPA because everybody likes a Rage and Beaver.
Yeah. What's not to like?
What's not to like? It's really good. But
that's our flagship beer.
Is it?
And that's my baby. We've done probably I think a little over 300 batches of that since opening the brewery 3.5 years ago. Wow. And I've tweaked out every part that could be tweaked out on a beer. Changing out the hops, changing out the yeast, just playing with it.
See, this is what's interesting. So that's your flagship. That's your main jam. But sure enough, last time I was down there, you didn't even have it on tap.
They drank it all.
Yeah,
They drank it.
Because this is what's awesome about Adam and Damascus Brewery. Which, by the way, if you've never been to Damascus, it's hour and a half drive from here.
Yeah,
totally worth it. Beautiful, very scenic down there. Lots of great places to eat, and of course, you got the brewery. So.
And if you live in a state where you can set off fireworks, Herb's Crazy Fireworks is right across the line.
Is that right?
Yeah, you can also take a tram up to the top of the mountain, and they'll give you a bike and all for $25 or whatever, and you ride down a hill for like 14 miles. It was really hard. I had to pedal all the way.
That is something I would expect you to know, Huck, without a doubt.
I actually didn't have to pedal, but I did just because I don't want those little old ladies beat me just because they were bigger than me.
So what are you sipping on over there? You brought 3 different beers. We're gonna each taste one now, and then we'll take and then on the next one we'll just pour from the rest of the crowd. We'll get sloppy seconds.
Yeah, Sharon. Share 'em.
Share 'em.
Yeah, this is a Bazinga. This is a black IPA that we make, which is kind of like a porter and an IPA had a baby together, and it's got the dark robustness of a porter, but it's got the hop profile and aroma of an IPA. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. And I'll probably get sued by Disney for the name Bazinga one day. Big Bang Theory stuff.
Yeah, it was Big Bang. I mean, that's clearly a Bang
I'm a
Theory
big
reference.
fan, yeah.
But there's also the Bazinga jellyfish, which is what this beer is
That's
named
named
after.
for,
That's what
obviously.
it's really named.
Yeah, 'cause
Obviously.
it's gonna sting you.
Yeah.
when you drink it.
Be careful. What's the ABV on all these? Do you know?
Mine's 7%.
Yeah, Rage is a solid 7%er. Bazinga is a 8.6.
And I couldn't help but notice you wrote a question mark on my can.
Yeah,
On the blend.
haven't done the math on that one, but it's probably around 5.
5. Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. Tastes about right.
Sure.
Tastes about 5.
So tell us a little background about Damascus Brewery and how it got started, how long ago it got started. Where did this spawn from?
A long time ago,
It a
back in the recession of 99. No. I started brewing beer right down the road here in Radford as a student.
That's right. I forgot you're from around here.
I'm a Highlander.
Yeah, you're Highlander.
Yeah.
So it started right here, just right up the road.
Started on Dark Side.
Nice.
The
I'm a
corner of,
Highlander myself.
the corner of Clement and Madison.
We're
over
all
there.
Highlanders.
We're all Highlanders.
Yes. Are you, baby?
We're all here because we're not all there.
You said
Hell yeah.
Clement and what?
Clement and Madison.
Clement
So
Madison.
why do people go to Radford?
partied there a
Because
couple
they like
times.
to
No.
party.
Yeah.
So I guess we're 3 of a kind, peas and pod.
I tell you what, though, when I was there, not many people were brewing their own beer.
I think I remember maybe 1 or 2
Really?
guys, but yeah, no, it wasn't a big thing.
That would have been. That would have been a smart thing to do.
Well, they didn't free the
I'm telling you,
beer.
we made a lot of friends.
Yeah.
We made a lot of friends.
They
doing
didn't
it.
free the beer until 1984. Homebrew was illegal till 1984.
Oh, I forgot you were that old.
President,
So you didn't
yeah.
get to. You weren't there for the.
Yeah, back when I was there, we were still chiseling stones. That
When
was
you were
our
there,
computer.
when you were there, you did nothing illegal. You wouldn't.
When I
Of
was-
course, you wouldn't dabble in that.
Yeah, when I was there, it was the second year of co-ededness. So the odds were 39-1. So I pretty much didn't do anything but, one thing. And that was study.
Yeah, of course.
Study and
Homework.
good grades.
Good grades, of course. Radford. But,
39-1. Focus on that a minute. Just let it go on.
So give me a time. Sam. What year was this?
That
when
was
you started
2001,
brewing?
my first
01,
batch.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And was it terrible?
Oh, God.
At first,
Well, the first one actually wasn't bad, but we made a lot of bad beer after that.
it still got drank. I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah, we still got drank.
You don't waste any of
And
that.
when we made the beer, we started calling it Terminator, and it was a 9% brown ale, which, it had that 9% going for it. But other than that, it was like wet cardboard. It was horrible beer.
Oh.
But we got to try it so many times that eventually we made a good version of it. But we could brew, and every 2 weeks we'd have a beer and have a little keg there at the house. So, we got to try it out a whole lot, and then worked down the road here in Blacksburg, sequencing DNA for a company called Trexon out there, and started working on the paperwork. And in 2009, I became a legal brewery on paper.
There you go.
And it was like, well, now it's time to actually build the brewery part.
So is it 09? Is that when you quit your day job and was like, this is what I'm doing, this is the passion, this is where,
No,
this is where it should go?
No, it was a part of that recession of 09. I got laid off. So luckily I already had my
So they did you a favor.
I had my backup plan
Yeah.
going, and so that gave us the opportunity to move to Damascus, my wife's hometown, and set up shop and start doing it, and did all the infrastructure and stuff, and was able to open the doors 3.5 years ago.
Oh, okay. So still fairly young in the. Well, I guess that's about middle of the road these days. I mean, there's so many new breweries that have popped up in the last just couple years. You're right there on the cusp. You're like, yeah, we've been around a little bit.
Yeah, you were kind of like at the beginning of the wave.
Yeah,
I was
would
like the
say that.
80th brewery, I think, in Virginia. There's about 140 or so now.
Makes
So,
sense, yeah.
It's
Growing
really
business.
grown in 3 years. But
Cool. Here's what we're gonna do. I know I said that what we would do is just untap these later, but let's go ahead and each untap the one we're drinking now while they're fresh in our palates and whatnot. And then the next round, I'll try what you're sipping on over there. I'll
Yeah,
try
we
the
can get-
Beaver Rage. And
right, we
we'll
can do
flip flop.
that, yeah.
So what are you thinking about the Beaver Rage?
Oh man,
Huck?
this is definitely a 5. I had this beer my first visit, which was a couple years ago. I'm sure I've been down there a bunch of times, and I think it's a matter of fact. I remember my wife was telling me the story last night that you were behind the bar and she came in. And she was kind of not drinking beer, and you're like, "Well, I have a cider." She goes, "Well, I don't see it." He goes, "Well, let me go tap it. So he goes in the back, cleans the line, throws the cider on, and gives her a glass of cider. And it's like, so she's like, okay, that's my favorite brewery too now. So anyway, I give it a solid 5. This is good beer. It's a little, it's got a little bit of bitterness on the back end. It's not like a Stone or a Rogue, but you're getting the hoppy up front.
Mm-hmm.
Take a little sip, and then you got that slight amount, and it's really, in my opinion, perfect. And you look at it, it's a little bit hazy, but not completely unfiltered. The color's real nice. Head retention's excellent. Even coming from the growler, I still got a little head on it. So
you're getting a 5 for the Beaver Rage.
5 for the Beaver Rage.
All right. Well, this is interesting because like I said, I was down there at the brewery just a couple weeks ago, and I mean everything was just amazing. I was dishing out 5s left and right, which Huck, that's not like me.
No, it's not like you.
There's a lot of great beers, but what's funny is that this one is not not fancy quite as much as those ones were. I mean, I know, like you said, it's kind of an experiment. It's the blend. You're kind of just mixing things up and trying stuff. It's it's definitely interesting. You get a cider and kind of a sour. A cider. I mean, you say it's a radler, but to me, it's got this pretty sour notes to it.
Yeah, it's a tasting room exclusive. We won't distribute that or anything, but it's a fun way to.
It's interesting.
To play with a mixed drink in the.
And I think if maybe it was summertime, I would like it more because this is definitely a light. Like I could sit on a dock and it's 85 degrees, and I would love this beer much more. I can guarantee you that. But
you could jog around the studio.
Yeah. Oh, well, there's an idea.
That would heat you up.
After the break,
okay.
I'll do a couple laps and I'll try it after.
Fair enough.
But it's still a solid beer, man. I mean, I don't think I would give it a 5. It's probably a 4.25 in my book. I mean, it's still something. It's very tasty. It's different. It's very unique. So if you want to try the blend, if you get down to Damascus, give it a try. Get the flight like we did. You get to sample all of them, and it's the best of both worlds, or all worlds, 8 worlds, 9 worlds. How many beers you got on tap over there?
8 on tap all the time, but we make 43 different kinds. So we're like the Baskin Robbins of beer.
43, that's right. They got 43, don't they?
Nice. All right, well, here's what we're going to do.
Dale Earnhardt.
We'll take a quick break. We'll play a tune, and we'll be back, and we'll all just clockwise these brews and try something else. Sound good?
Or counterclockwise.
I'd rather go counterclockwise. I want to try the Rage. I haven't had it before. So, all right, we'll play a tune, and we'll be back with more of Brewsday Tuesday with Adam from Damascus right after this. Stick around.